Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing this July the 6th, 2025, under the 4th of July holiday here on an overcast with some high cumulus nimbus clouds with warm, muggy air mass today. And we're going to sit there by the pool early this afternoon right now, as later on today a nice little cold front is going to move through and knock the temps from about 94, 95 back into the 70s, but there's going to be thunderstorms and showers and rain with a current temperature of 91 degrees J from just north of downtown Detroit inside the mobile compound in the great state of Michigan, right? And if we look at the XRP price, you can see we're sitting just above the 209 neckline support, and we're going to do all these from a tighter time frame in the 2-hour time frame. And you can see recently with the XRP price, if we pull out our industry exclusive tool, you can see we've been bouncing off support but getting resisted off of what we've been talking about, this 242 to 228 range. You can see that stick in volume right there. There's a lot of buyers right there and sellers ready to snipe the price down, as when you come from below it like this, it acts as resistance. The same as down here at this candlestick, you lose a lot of volume there. So there's a lot of buyers and sellers there, but coming from above it, there's a lot of support right on this 209 neckline support. Outlines it beautifully. So you've been getting bounced off the neckline support, bounced off the neckline support, but been getting resisted up here by the overhead major resistance. Also, you can see the 50 in red and the 100 in blue are sitting overhead at 222 and about 220 respectively. And then just above now, the 209 neckline support at 210 is the 200-day moving average in the daily, another major support level. So in the short term, we're going to watch this week. Are we going to have another sell-off like here, like we had back there, and like we had here? Are we going to have that right now, where we've had another little spike, but now we're going to have another sell-off, and another sell-off back to the 50-day moving average? And if you're above the 50 and the 100, you can be short-term bullish to try to get back up to the $2.55 level. But if you can't hold this and you get back below it, you're immediately coming back down to the neckline support. And in the short term, that's the thing we're trying to not flip to a major resistance from a major 6-month support. And it's been dangling for about 2 months now, threatening to flip it, but holding it and not allowing it to flip. So that's what we're looking like in the short term, and what we're going to talk about in this video today, or this early video. The XLM price is the same thing, except right now we're underneath the major area that's done major support, which is the 25.5 cents. You can see support, 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 and it broke back below it right here. And this is the one time where it's been below it, and it's coiled up now, and it's either going to shoot back up, and you can see where the 50 is, the 100, and the 200. If it's coiling up and going to shoot back up, it's got to get back on top of this and hold it. If it shot up and got rejected by it, that's a hook nose confirmation bearish reversal. And that would be a major flip, and that would be critical to the short to medium term of the price, especially the short term. If you get back on top of it like XRP did in its 209 neckline support, then you can try to hold it and say it's not flipped yet. So this is very critical, and it's trying to inch its way up there. So that's what we're going to be watching over the next week. This week, as the holiday weekend ends and the post market opens of the holiday and people get back into their trading, we're going to see if this pumps up to this 25, 26 and gets on top of it, or it gets rejected by it, right? That's what we're going to look at for this week. And in the immediate short term, you need to get back above that 25 cents and the moving averages. If we look at Ethereum, it's a very similar thing, just at a different price level. Ethereum, you got the 200-day on the top, the 50 in the middle, and the 100 on the bottom. And as long as you're above that, you're bullish. And you can try to make a run at $3,067. And you're slightly on top of it right now, continuing to try to hold it. But if you flip it and get below it, your underneath target is $1,800 with an initial support of the regional low of 21, 24 and change, right? We don't want to buy that. So that's what we're looking at with the Ethereum price. The Bitcoin dominance continues to rise. The Bitcoin price continues to rise and consolidate sideways. We've had a little bit of a pump this morning after we had a weekend slight profit-taking sell-off that brought us from around 110,000 down to about 107,000. Then we've had about a 0.5% move to the upside early trading today, but really no volume with it. The volume will start to pick up late this afternoon as across the world, in each time zone, and in the United States around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, where the major markets start to open in overnight hours for the new weekly trading. You'll see the volume come back in, and then we'll understand where the price is actually going. But right now, there's a big interesting note that there's a lot of longs at $106,000. It was a big amount. It was about the amount that just got taken out on the short. So that'll be interesting if the price finds that to liquidate them this week. But right now, we're above the 50-day moving average at 104,000. We're above the 100-day moving average at 100,000, and we're above that major 3-year rising channel uptrending support just below the 100-day moving average in the daily time frame, right? So those are all three critical things to the bullish side, and as long as you're above those, you're bullish, and you can actually try to make a run to a new all-time high all the way up to 147,000 at upper resistance now at current time, right? And it's only going to get higher as the months go on. On the contrary, if you slip that 50, you would most likely and would come back to the 100-day moving average and the uptrending rising channel, just like you did a couple of weeks ago, right there about the 20th of June. And then you had your last pump, and that's still what we're trading off of, that last reactionary buy off the supply zone, off the rising channel, right? So those are the areas we're looking at. We'll have a nice update later on this evening. We had a little bit of an interruption with our holiday weekend, but we're going to get back into this for you. Like the channel, subscribe. Peace and love. The Rock's Eyebrow, Jay.